What's up guys, it's Grant from Indoor FPV. We're going to be installing the Picnic Quad Integrated Xtreme Polycarbonate frame into the Eye One Xtreme. Basically what we're going to do is remove the motors and the flight control board and put it onto the new frame. So let's get started. First we're going to take everything off the stock Eye One Xtreme. As you can see, I've got a head start because one of my motors broke off during a crash. So here's one. Got the motor intact, the wires, the prop is broken, but we're going to take that off anyway. Alright, so here we have all the pieces we need. The flight control board, all 4 motors, the new frame, and the top plate, and a bunch of screws and nuts here. We're going to put the screws through the bottom of the frame, making sure that the holes for the motor wires are on top here. Tight. There we are. Then we're going to put one nut onto each screw so they touch the frame. Just like that. Next we're going to slide an O-ring onto each of the screws. Next we're going to slide the flight control board onto the screws. Make sure that the battery connection is on the back here. Then we're going to slide O-rings onto each of the screws again to keep the flight control board down. Next we're going to thread another nut onto each screw, and that should tighten the flight control board down. We're going to loosen up the motor mounts using the Allen wrench, and then we're going to slide the motors in. So that you want to make sure there's enough clearance so that the wires aren't smashed between the frame and the motor here. Have all the motors in the frame and the wires ready to be connected up. And there we go. As you can see, it looks pretty messy with the wires. I'll probably want to redo this using a straw to keep the wires together, or zip ties. Next we put the blades on so that we can align the top plate correctly. And we're going to screw on the nuts so that the top plate doesn't align with the blades. And then we put the top plate on and make sure that it doesn't touch the blades. You can see here there's a little bit of clearance. Then we screw on the nuts, the other nuts, to secure the top plate in place. Good to go. And here we have the Eye One Xtreme complete with the Picnic Quads Polycarbonate frame. You see the top plates on here. It's pretty low. It's close to the flight control board. You see we put some gem fan 50/30 props on. Used a straw to keep the wires together and put the wire zip tied it to the arm so that the wires don't get cut up by the props. That'll keep the wires down. Also put on the stock legs from the EOX, the short ones, not the aerial kit legs. And we put the lights back on with some straws. Those are most definitely going to break off on a crash, but looks nice right now. That's it. It's ready to fly. Thanks for watching.